What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're covering 12 very specific affordable cologne inspired by fragrances from Paris Corner. Some of these are actually really good. I mean, so good that these are the 12 I chose because I have many from Paris Corner. Now all of these can be found from Aroma Concept, which I'll have links and discount codes down below if you want to check anything out. That's where pretty much all of these came from. Actually, all of these came from. So let's dive into these 12, shall we? Stay tuned. Starting with one that I recently reviewed that very much impressed me. If you're a fan of fragrances like Stronger With You Oud, you'll like Pandora Veteran Oud. Very much 90+% accurate. You're going to get a nice spicy, woodsy, leathery tone with some of that sweetness and a little bit of that roasted chestnut from the Strong With You DNA. Man, I mean, it smells really close. Performance on this one is what kind of, not really surprised me, but kind of took me back a bit because my nose doesn't wear out to this one, and it's kind of a lot. Like, strong sillage on this one, and it lasts a really long time. It's basically Strong With You Oud on a budget. From Pandora Scents, it's Veteran Oud. Now this is a very accurate representation of a discontinued, beloved designer in this community, 1 Million Prive. This is Pandora Scents Milano Prive, another one I did a full review on. Performance well above average, not quite a beast, but it has that sweet, ambery, cinnamon spiced, slightly earthy, more of a sweet tobacco, but a little bit of earthiness to it. Another one, 90+% accurate. Typically I'm not the one to say get the clone over the original. It does happen. Certain instances it happens, and this is one of those instances. Because 1 Million Prive is discontinued and quite pricey from resellers on eBay, and you can get this in the $30-ish range, and you're going to get the same experience. You're going to get the same performance. It's just about the same fragrance for a fraction of what resellers are kind of gouging for, if you will. So just go with this, one of the better spicy sweet tobaccos, Milano Prive. In 2023, this was my favorite release from Paris Corner. Now, you have to like candy-like gourmands. This is Khair Pistachio, kind of like Yum Pistachio Gelato. Very much like it. So you're going to get a nice sweet boozy hit, bright spice. There's a floral heart to this one where you get some mintiness from geranium. There's a whipped cream accord. There's a cotton candy accord. It's fun. It's playful. It's airy and fluffy sweet, if you will. Not going to be for everybody. Definitely leans feminine, but it's a very fun, casual fragrance for those that like candied type of scent profiles. Again, very sweet. Obviously, I mentioned things like cotton candy and whipped cream, for example. And of course, they have that pistachio gelato accord at the top. Kind of a ice cream-like smell, if you will. It's really good. Well above average performance. This is going to be cloying if you spray this one heavy. This had some serious hype in the last few months, in the last 6 months or so, I would say. And to me, well deserved. It's definitely worth checking out. And that's Khair Pistachio. If you like fruity tropical fragrances, you might really enjoy Pear Potion in the Emir range from Paris Corner. This one is quite good. Obviously, there's more than just pear going on here. There's other fruits. It's not overly fruity sweet, but of course there is a juicy fruity sweet smell to it. A little bit of spice that gives it kind of this zesty pop in the opening. Not too heavy on the florals, but there's a little bit of a floral tone to this one. Average-ish performer, around 6 hours. Longevity is kind of what I get from it, in that range. Again, what I get you may not, or you may get, who knows, everybody's different, but love the bottle design. Hefty, thick base, affordable, smells great, perfect for the warmer weather, especially if you live in a very humid climate. Something like this will do the trick. Again, that's Pear Potion. Bright, fresh cut, juicy orange, clean musk. Smells like LV's afternoon swim. Very accurate depiction here. We're talking about North Stag Expressions Quatre, number 4. My favorite of the bunch, even though it's not my favorite scent of the 4, there is one that I like a little bit more. This is the one I reach for more often. I like to spray this one out the shower. Super high heat day, this is going to be a great fragrance. Because I haven't hit a summertime season with this one just yet. It came out in the winter time, and we're moving into the summer, so I kind of just wear it out the shower. But man, beautiful, bright, juicy, mouth-watering orange, just like the color of this bottle would indicate. This is some good stuff. I have sang the praises of this one this year, and I will continue to do so. It smells really, really good. I compared it to Afternoon Swim when I went to Louis Vuitton a few months ago, and this is good enough for me. It really is. It's not that serious that I need to pay almost 10 times what this cost to get that. And they did a great job with this one, I'm telling you. And it's actually an above average performer. This one's like 6, 7, even 8 hours range of longevity. Bright and loud as hell in the first hour. It's Noir Stagquattra. If you like Le Beau EDT but don't want to spend, let's say, around 80 bucks for a bottle of that, you can always get Kaheela Platinum. And it is pretty much a 90+% almost carbon copy, if you will. Of that, you get the juicy citrus of bergamot. You get that sweet powdery tonka bean and that nice kind of juicy coconut, more so than just like a sunscreen smell. Man, it's even a little touch soapy. Above average performance. Another one I get kind of in that 6 to 7 hour range in longevity. I don't get quite as much longevity as Le Beau EDT because I get around 8 or so hours out of the original. But I mean, we're splitting hairs here, talking the difference of an hour to 2 hours in longevity. But scent profile's pretty spot on. This is one of the better fragrances they've released in a while. Of course, it's on the synthetic side, but so is Le Beau EDT. It's good stuff. If you want Le Beau EDT on a budget, check out Kaheela Platinum. Now, this is tropical fruits and florals. You have to like florals because there's a nice dose of it in the heart, but a beautiful mango, blackberry, pineapple. This is fruity sweet, tropical bowl of fruits. Mango Punch is just so good. It really is. Pear Potion and Mango Punch released side by side. What a great duo for someone in a warmer climate, I have to say. Man, that is good stuff. Again, you have to like florals. There's a nice floral heart here. It is a little powdery. It does have a little bit of a feminine lean, but guys that like fruits and white florals and a little bit of rose, stuff like that, you'll probably enjoy this. I sure as heck do. It's a really good fragrance. Another one, slightly above average performance in that 6 to 8 hour range in longevity, more so like 6 to 7 hours. It's good stuff. Supposedly like Mango Skin from Wilhelm. I've never tried that one, but it must be great because Mango Punch is great. Now you have to like sugary sweet oud, and I literally mean it in that simple of a fashion. There's a little bit of fruitiness, there's a little bit of patchouli. We are talking about Pandora Scents Noir d'Arabie, kind of like Montal's Arabian Tonka. This is a phenomenal performer. This is a straight up beast. Sugary sweet oud, patchouli, and fruits. That's what it is. Man, it smells like it belongs in the Montal bottle. It really smells like that style fragrance. This one, you gotta like that synthetic, sweeter oud scent, basically, is what it comes down to. If any of that stuff sounds attractive, you might want to go this route because it is going to be cheaper than getting Montal. Now, Arabian's Tonka goes around $90-ish from what I'm seeing from discounters. Not the most expensive fragrance. I gotta say, if you want the original, go with the original. The original's always the better experience, but if you want a really close representation of that experience, both scent profile and performance, they got you covered here because they did get really, really close with it. At least in my opinion, they did. And that's Pandora Scents Noir d'Arabie. Now, when I was talking about the North Stag Expressions collection, there was one that I do like a little more than the Afternoon Swim interpretation, and that's the Tigar inspiration. This is North Stag. The reason I like this one more than pretty much every other fragrance I have that smells like Tigar is because I get a little bit more of the ambroxan and spice out of this one. Yes, you still get plenty of grapefruit, that juicy grapefruit in the top. It's citruses, grapefruit really, spices, woods, and ambroxan. That's across the line. That's all of the ones that smell like it, minus things like vibrato and all where they add more complexity. But as far as like Tigar itself, Black Panther, Tarathi Blue, this, they're all pretty much the same. They're all extremely redundant to one another. If you have one, you have them all. But I kind of like that I do pick up a little bit more ambroxan and spice out of this one. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But this is my favorite of the four as far as just the scent alone. The one I wear more is that one because it's just great out the shower. At least to me, I love it. It's just so uplifting when you're fresh and clean out the shower. But to wear around every day, man, this is magnificent. Again, if you have Tarathi Blue, Black Panther fragrances like that, totally redundant. Don't bother. But if you don't have any of these Tigar-like fragrances, this is a personal favorite of mine. This is North Stag's. Basically smells like lemon lime soda to me. This is Vibrant Vetiver Delight, like Byredo's Balthe Freak. I'm a big fan of this one. Big, big fan. This is an uplifting, put a smile on your face kind of scent. Now, it's not lime, it's bergamot. But it smells like lemon lime, like a Sprite or 7-Up, Sierra Mist, stuff like that. Nice little dose of florals, nice woodsy vetiver. This is a great everyday wear, especially in the warmer weather. This does the trick for me. It's good enough. I don't need and I never will get Balthe Freak. I've had a decant in the past. I have friends that go through it and have gone through an entire bottle while I was hanging with them, honestly, where they had a little bit of their bottle left, brought it on a trip. We were hanging out for a few days. They finished the bottle because the scent profile is that damn good. In Paris Corner, they made a great interpretation of it. I'm a huge fan. It's Balthe Freak on a budget. It's 90+% accurate. Slightly different, not exactly one-to-one, but I'm such a mark for this. This is a great fragrance. Like I said, it smells like Sprite to me. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. It's Emir Vibrant Vetiver Delight. Now we're getting into some wow factor fragrances that aren't going to be for everyone. So if you've ever liked Dior Intense, this is like an old style of Dior Intense. This is Camaro Homme Intense. This is a great performer. This is extremely waxy makeup bag type of iris. Sweet, musky, a little leathery and woodsy. This is like older formulas of Dior Intense, not any of the newer stuff where it's a lot sweeter. This stuff's so potent. And so waxy. Man, I'm even going to... Just a little half spritz because I'm going to the gym after this. This is going to be pumping off of my hand, but I just want to sniff it on skin. This still impresses me to this day. I've had this one for a while. This is a 9 out of 10 kind of fragrance. It's so good. You have to like that fantasy, just waxy lipstick kind of iris that you find in fragrances like Dior Intense. This is very much like the old style 2007 formula. This is really, really good stuff. It's not going to be for everybody. It's a bit of a challenge. You got to like that makeup bag smell that Dior Intense is known for. But, man, if you want the old style of Dior Intense, check out Camaro Homme Intense. Now, one of the best smelling fragrances I've come across in a long time is YSL's Baby Cat. And I had this before I had a decant and now a bottle of YSL Baby Cat. Shout outs to the bitch of Jared Miller for hooking me up with both the decant and the bottle at different points in time. But Emir Rifaaqat. This nails it down. Now look, you're going to sacrifice a little bit of quality going from Baby Cat to this. That's to be expected, but this is, and I'm not joking, a fraction of the cost for a very similar experience. This is spices. This is smoky vanilla. This is nice and woodsy. Very resinous and smoky. This is so good. So good. I'm such a fan. Again, if I would have never got Baby Cat, I would have been fine with this. But this, because I started with the inspiration, this was so impressive to me that I was like, well, I gotta try the original if the clone is this good. And yeah, the clone is that jam. I mean, the original is that jam, but it's so much more expensive and not easy to find, whereas this is so much easier to find and so much less expensive. It's a great performer, and the scent profile is pretty much what and what with the way it develops. It's just you sacrifice a little bit of quality. As far as like which smells more expensive than the other, the more expensive one smells more expensive, which I would think is to be expected. But man, this kind of saved the best for last with Emir Rifaaqat. Well, that's the 12 that I wanted to discuss with you today. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. Once again, thank you, Aroma Concepts. I love working with them. I love Paris Corner as a brand. They put out some really good stuff. They've stepped their game up quite a lot in the last, I would say, year and a half to 2 years. So it's impressive to see the work they've been putting out and pretty much getting most of them, if not all of them, from Aroma Concepts at this point. So shout outs to Aroma Concepts for providing the fragrances over an extended period of time, basically. So I was able to narrow it down to some of my favorites to talk to you about here today. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of these 12 and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.